think of a few more that I've seen videos on there. But okay.
I made the cut, y'all.
You got a shout out.
You know, get on here and you talk about I'm so sick of seeing. And that bitch right off the first.
Did you hear what he just said? Hold on. Did you hear what he just said?
Right off the first. But I'm so sick of seeing. Oh, I named that bitch right off the first.
Interesting. Hey, Snap. Good to see you, Snap. Welcome in, everybody. This guy has the audacity to be begging on TikTok and he's calling people the B word? Come on. Really? Come on. Come on, Timmy. Tim thinks it's all right to be flinging around the B word, you know, calling young ladies or young women, you know, this guy is something else. Let's continue.
She was ever first or second.
I made the list.
They get on here and they talk about there's so many beggars on here. We're so tired of seeing beggars and everything, but yet there's 12 of y'all covering me, and then y'all have the same 2 or 3 people y'all cover besides me. So y'all.
Let me just set the record straight, Mr. Tim, and welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Let me set the record straight for Mr. Tim, where he says we cover the same 2-3 people all the time. Okay, Mr. Tim, in case you don't know, and let me turn down my Bluetooth. Okay, Mr. Tim, in case you don't know, welcome in. I don't only cover the same people over and over. Obviously, you haven't seen one of our accounts. So if I cover the same 2 people over and over and over, Mr. Timmy, are you telling me that all these videos that we have up on another account that we have here on TikTok, do they all look like the same 2 people? 2-3 people? Mr. Tim? I don't think these are all the same 2 people. And these are all videos that we have on our Stopping the Scammers account. So I don't know where... Hey, Lemonade. Welcome in, everybody. I don't know why Tim says, hey, they only cover the same 2 people over and over. Wow, that's determined to be a lie. You know, anything to deflect from him being called out. So, Tim, this is what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to go ahead and put videos up of your begging ways up on this Stopping the Scammers account. Oh, does he? Snuggle? Okay. Yeah, Carolyn, I heard about that whole situation. Now, I'm going to put videos for Tim to show everybody on this account. Right now it's private. I'm going to have to take it off private. But look, Tim, we have videos on top of videos. I haven't uploaded videos here in a while. He gets more than $90 a day. Mrs. Texas Queen, he gets way more than $90 a day. That's just for the motel. Not to mention he begs for money for gas, for food, for everything under the sun. He gets way more than $90 a day. Let's do the math. Let's just say $100 a day at a minimum. Let's just say at a minimum $100 a day. If you do the math, he's getting over $3,000 a month. Angela and her makeup. Yeah, look, they get well over $3,000 a month just sitting on their behinds or laying on the bed when they're begging for money. well over $3,000 a month, just living off of everybody else's money. And you're right. Yeah, they get government assistance. I mean, you name it. That's why Tim doesn't go to work. Yeah, Snuggle, EBT, and everything. Yeah, they get well over $3,000 just to sit around and beg. So they expect everybody else on social media to take care of them. Yeah, Miss Krista, you know that we'll address that here shortly. We will. That whole faith situation, we're going to address that. Yeah, Tim just doesn't want to work. Yeah, a lot of people work 40, 50 hours a week, and Tim just sits around and takes everybody's money. That's why Angela sleeps until 2 in the afternoon. While last time I called out Tim and Angela, you know, I'm going to put their picture back up. He's already upset with me. I mean, he's already mad. She's going to, I'm echoing, go out and come back in. Corey, go out and come back in. Now, Miss Darlene, there's so many beggars. It's crazy. Yeah, put your coffee cups away. Yeah, Miss Country Grammy, laying around. Look, if he's not laying on the bed begging for money, he's just sitting there. And then they want to get upset. You know, it's everybody else's fault but their own. Yes, Miss Pam, I got your emails. Somebody invite Mr. Steve Crick. I heard he has I heard that's one of his fake accounts. Yeah, somebody invite Tim over here. Yeah, somebody invite him over here and tell him how me challenging him to a wrestling match, that I'm a bad guy for it. I don't know why he got upset because I challenged him to a wrestling match. He got bent out of shape. I was like, hey, if he gets mad at everybody. He gets mad at everybody. It's everybody else's fault but his own. So I will continue. Okay, Miss Pam Adams. I will continue to call him out for his begging ways. And if he doesn't like it, well, that's all on him. And Tara says that Timmy will not win the match. Yes, Miss Karen, I am going to be bringing awareness on Rich the Hungry. Yeah, Rad Chick, I heard about that somebody sent money and they were blocked. And he's being called out by a lot of people. His stories about wrestling are boring. I don't stick around. I'm blocked. Tim has me blocked. He said that I'm a bad guy. Rich the Hungry. Yeah, we're going to be bringing awareness on Rich the Hungry. And a lot of people are not going to like it, but that's fine. But like I said, he blames everybody else. You shared it to him? Okay, let's see if he shows up. I know he's not at work. Oh, Miss Andrea Lopez, send me a message and let me know who that is. I haven't seen that one. One TikToker begging for money to get her inmate a new lawyer. Wow. I guess on TikTok you could get money for just about anything and everything. Look, the craziness that's going on TikTok, he may have orientation today. I don't know where he works, and so here's the thing: the top 4 ways. Oh no, I'm glad I don't see Chef Carl, him in his top 4. Now, give it. So we want these people to be working. Orientation with the Big Mac. Okay. We want these people to be working, and you know, I've never told anybody to call anybody's job. call their motels, hotels, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, Snuggle, I seen the video that Tired of Nonsense put out, and that was pretty wild. How is Tim getting to work with the flat tire? Tell him to show us his flat tire. Tell him to show us his flat tire. Oh, Maggie just went to Cali. Yeah, she's another one. Yeah, Tim tells a lie to cover another lie and then has another lie to cover that lie, and it's just wild. Tim actually had a supporter asking her daughter for money for them. Oh, wow. Nothing surprises me with Tim and Angela. Tony hasn't been on today? You mean Timmy? Yeah, Lola, we were going to talk about that. Oh, TikTok villain. So, I will continue to bring awareness. Oh, Tony Redmond. I came across that guy yesterday. Hey, how's it going? And welcome in, everybody. I know a lot of people are at work, and something that the beggars know nothing about. So, like I said, I'll continue to bring awareness about Tim and Angela. Beware, there are flying cups. You know, Angela likes to break coffee cups, and she likes to break smartwatches. That's what I don't understand. They beg for money for a motel, to eat, for gas, to go to the gym and do all these things. But here, Angela is throwing coffee cups and breaking them because obviously they don't have to pay for them. They expect everybody else to buy their coffee cups. And then, yeah, throws a temper tantrum like a toddler. So she breaks the smartwatch, and then come to find out after breaking the smartwatch, they went and purchased another one. So she breaks these things, begs for money so they could buy more coffee cups and buy her another smartwatch. Jody said, laugh out loud, duck, get down. So it's wild behavior. You know, break whatever they want, but everybody else will pay for it. Miss Susie Q, they beg for it. They beg for it. Yeah, Zippy, just break it and somebody will pay for it for them. Yeah, Lizzie Busy, it's wild behavior on both of their parts. Yeah, Miss Karen, I heard he wants a new van. The fear of work, yeah. Did they have a warranty on it? Miss Marianne, yes, we're going to talk about that. When is coffee creamer coming in wine bottles? I don't know, TikTok villain. That's a good question. I hope they're not saying that there's coffee creamer in those wine bottles. They're allergic. A lot of the beggars are. A lot of the beggars are allergic to what they call a job. Oh, did you? Sorry to hear that, everybody. You had to go private because of Tony? Okay. We'll bring awareness about Tony. We'll end up bringing awareness. Let me grab a video because I know Tim's going to be upset. Workophobia. The bottles are in his trunk. He said he saves them. Saves them for what? Oh, I didn't hear about that, Miss Connie. Not today, Miss Darlene. We have other people that we need to talk about today. So let me grab a video of somebody who's back. I wonder if Tim will show me how to get money to pay. Miss Teresa, begging for it. Just begging for it. Yeah, Miss Nisi, there's so many. Hey, little man. Welcome in, everybody. Here, let me play a clip, and then we'll explain what's going on with these individuals. Not much to explain, but I'll play the clip. And then we'll talk about what the nonsense is now.
and try to make you like a horrible person. And they'll be quick to say no bullying, all that stuff on their page, but all this is literally what they do. Like, I don't know what they consider that bullying is. Like putting somebody on the spot, so several people can come at them. It's not considered bullying.
Did we talk about that live that I watched the other day?
Yeah, we wanted a couple people out talking about us and all type of crap, man. Like we had to better. We're gonna do a parking lot later on. I'll talk to all my friends about it.
So it's Josh and Aida. Yeah, the king of gaming, Josh and Aida. Now, they supposedly, allegedly, they need excuse me, they need $2,000 so they could get into a new house. $2,000 so they could get into another house. Because allegedly, supposedly, where they're living at, they sold, the owner of that properties, they sold the house and now they had to move. So, once again, so Josh and Aida have had, Texas Proud said, that's all. I guess it's chump change to them. Look, they've had their electricity paid, water, grocery money, to get a vehicle several times. Disney Mama says it feels like they're always moving, and I think it's just all one big scam. Your cat will overnight a check tonight. Yeah, they got money for vehicles. You name it. That's every beggar's eviction excuse. There's always an excuse with Josh and Aida. Miss Ashley, we're going to get into that here shortly. Hey, Bluegill. Welcome in, everybody. There's always an excuse. They quit their jobs to become content creators. That's not working out. The new home will look the same. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Miss Charlotte. Miss Charlotte says she wants a down payment. So, how do you quit your jobs to become content creators, but it's not working out? Yeah, Miss Goldie, Miss Tamara Rose covers her every day. They beg for a new car after the one car went up in smoke. Where is that money? Look, they have bad spending habits. If they need $2,000, why wouldn't they sell all the gaming equipment and everything? Because gaming is not working out. Can someone pay my land taxes, info and bio? Why not sell all that gaming equipment? Because gaming is not working out. Obviously they're not making money. They're not making money off of gaming. They're not content creators. Allegedly, supposedly, they're destined for greatness. That whole destined for greatness is not working out. See, let me see how far back I could go on my videos. Oh, man. And let me see how far. You're giving $50 for the gaming system? Hold on. Let me see how far back I'm going to go on my videos right away. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I want to see how. So we've been bringing awareness, going to be going on 2 years. So I've seen Josh and Aida around probably for the amount of time that we've been bringing awareness. But let me go to my profile and see what's my oldest video. Plus the folder that they have. Let me see. Yeah, Miss Nisi, it's the entitlement, right? The entitlement of every beggar, every scammer, they're just entitled to everybody else's money. You know, why go to work when these beggars just get on social media and expect for their bills to be paid? After my divorce, I sold my gaming setup. That was my escape. It only made sense because I had bills. Yeah, Miss Ashley, you know, if it's what you got to sell, it's what you got to sell. They're teaching their kids it's okay to beg instead of working. Yeah, you're right, Miss Jules. You're right. You know, what they're teaching their children is how to beg look, a lot of people teach their children the value of a dollar and, to work for what you want. Not with these two. Let me see.
Like, I know you like almost, 20 years old? Like, you still young, but still, don't come on here, like, harassing my family because of something stupid like that. You could have just said sorry and I would have let you back in the damn Discord. Like, it's literally about the damn Discord. That's crazy. Like, I was going to let it go. Like, talking about the truth. You don't like, if you that person, then you threaten me. I'm like, I still got pictures. I don't delete nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to delete it. Just to get.
Where did all the electronics, mic, sound system come from? From begging for money. Everything that they have essentially is from begging for money. Let's call it for what it is.
Peace. I keep my evidence. Yeah, y'all talk all y'all want, bro. All these other people that have been talking and saying all this stuff. I got text messages. I got all the proof so they can say all they got to say about me, and they look stupid when I show people what they text me, what they said to me, right? Like, bro, I'm sick of it, bro. Like,
he says, he always says that. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Well, people are sick of you getting on social media and begging for other people's money. That's just that. People are sick and tired of, you continuously always having an excuse as to why they're not working. Sell the equipment, sell the gaming equipment, sell all that stuff that you have if you need the money. Yeah, they're still at it. They're still at it, Star. If they get a new place, how are they going to afford that? TikTok. Yeah, they wanted $1,840 today. I'm sick of him. I was his mod last year and caught on to him. I called him out a few months ago. Oh my Jesus. You used to be a moderator for them? Miss Marianne, there's going to be, come September, I believe, they already developed a new one. Wow. Let me see. So they collected 155. It was just 1995. We really don't know what they're collecting. They've been limiting it to 50 a day. Look, I could pull them up. I could pull them up. Hold on. I could just type in their name. And awareness videos will be out there about them. Let me see.
Y'all, and welcome back. I'm gonna get straight to the point. So yes, I am quitting my 9 to 5, my job, that I've been working for years, man, to pursue my.
That's been years ago. You need to quit your job? Please don't. Please don't. Credit goes to Tired of Nonsense. This video's on his page. But this whole, I'm quitting my job to be a content creator. Yeah, let's listen.
Passion, which is full-time content creating, y'all, and influencing.
I don't understand the job that you've had for years that you're giving up. I've seen a bunch of streaming as of recently, and then I believe it was last year you were giving up a job to full-time stream or something. I don't understand what the job is for 2 to 3 years that you're just now giving up.
He never had a 9 to 5. Yeah, he never had a job to quit from. Never. And I don't know what he's influencing, Miss Marianne. He's not a content creator as far as Josh and Ida go. They're not content creators. They're not influencers. They're not any of that. Josh said that him and Ida take care of his mother and get paid for it. Dude, I wouldn't believe anything that Josh and Ida have to say.
I have seen a lot of these, though. I've seen a lot of big money grabs over the few years. seems like there's been multiple times you couldn't pay rent, couldn't pay the bills. Wouldn't the job come priority before the streaming? Being a content creator? Wouldn't the steady income come before attempting that? This kind of thing is just getting way out of hand. There's just too many people taking advantage of others. And unfortunately, it seems like there's a buffet line of new people coming through that soak it up. I can't tell people what to do with their own money, but when you see somebody repeatedly doing this for years over and over again, you're not helping them get better. Stop.
I want to say, yeah, we are in a situation, and a lot of people.
Thinning out nonsense calls it out perfectly. People need to quit enabling. Yeah, Bluegill, people are out there door dashing. They don't want to work. Josh and Ida do not want to work. People need to quit enabling this type of behavior.
Stop.
I want to say, yeah, we are in a situation, and a lot of people probably heard by now. We're down to $1,995, which is the down payment to move into a new place, y'all. We need a place bad. I already know we're going to get hate. We always get hate. People always want to say bad things about us. We're not perfect. Everybody struggles.
We've heard that excuse. How many times have we heard that same excuse from Josh and Ida? Over and over. It's nonstop. This guy has an excuse for everything. Oh, man.
I already know we're going to get hate. We always get hate. People always want to say bad things about us. We're not perfect. Everybody struggles.
You're absolutely right. Nobody's perfect.
Look, there's a lot of people struggling to make it through this economy, right? But there are people that are working 2 to 3 jobs. Yeah, they're professional cons, Mrs. Charlotte. There are people that go work 2 or 3 jobs just to make it. Miss Lola, this 2+ years they've been struggling. If you don't go to work, how do you expect to get ahead? Yeah, Mr. Piggy, there's people that have... Look, Ida could work and Josh could work. Yeah, that's tired of nonsense. Been bringing awareness for a long time. Miss Mandy said, I'm not paying their bills. I can't believe there are people out here that have been paying their rent, their electricity, money for cars. I don't get it. And nobody's impressed. Yeah, thinning out the nonsense, Otto. Thank you. Thinning out the nonsense is one of the accounts. Tired of nonsense is the other account. Josh is lazy. Yeah. They're about to lose their Section 8. It's wild. We're all struggling, so we should give you our... That's what... lazy days... That's what I'm saying is they expect for everybody else to fund their life. Let's see. This goes back to 2024.
I'm stressed out as it is right now, man.
On Mother's Day? Wow. Otto said he had his wife begging on Mother's Day. Oh my goodness. They don't care.
I'm trying to keep my cool. Originally $13.50. I'm showing you guys proof. This is my bill. It's $181.22, and it's $91.73 I have to pay to get it turned on.
This is when they were asking for money for their internet bill. Yeah, Miss Charlotte, it's wild. This is when they were begging for money for their internet bill. So now it's everybody else's responsibility to pay their internet, their phones. This, I'm telling you. I bet they have internet to play Xbox instead of working. I'm telling you, that whole destined for greatness, it still hasn't been working out.
It's 5 broadband. I'm showing you guys proof. I'm showing it. It was due yesterday, and it's off today.
Well, Ida, that sounds like a you and Josh problem. Internet is an option, not a necessity. While for them, apparently, it's a necessity. I know the music. Whoever put music to this. Hey, Text Talker. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. That's a luxury bill. I'm telling you. Just as I heard about what's going on, Miss Patricia there. It's wild. Yeah, welcome in, Text Talker. You think it's a necessity? For them, it's apparent that they need it. Hopefully so, Text Talker. There's a lot going on. Look, if we could save anybody from giving anybody money on social media, even if we reach one person with no internet, they can exactly, Mr. Piggy, with no internet, they can't beg. Why can't they work? Well, they quit their jobs, the invisible jobs. They quit invisible jobs, and then so they could become content creators. Yeah, Ty. The kids will learn their behaviors from Josh and Ida. Like I was saying, if we could save just one person or two people from getting scammed out of money and giving Josh and Ida, Tim and Angela, man, the list goes on and on and on. Chef Carl. I mean, we could go on for days. Miss Charlotte, I don't even know the answer to that, to be honest with you. Yeah, Faith, Maggie Foster, Tammy, Lori. The list is never ending. And then there's new ones every day. So let's continue with this whole shenanigans. Tony Redmond, Susan, I'm telling you.
I'm being honest. I'm being genuine. I'm being truthful to you guys. It was due yesterday.
I can't. I just can't. I can't with that music. I can't with that music is just wild.
So it's like I can't imagine coming on here and bashing somebody every time they struggle, bro. I see people struggle on here and beg scam too.
This video was posted by Cleavage to Share July 3rd. So I always give credit to whoever's posting these videos.
So it's like I can't imagine coming on here and bashing somebody every time they struggle, bro. I see people struggle on here and beg scam too.
Hey, Anonymous.
People that's actually scamming out there. I don't come on their live and say anything because it's not in my business. I'm not in a position to judge anybody because I'm not perfect either, and nobody is.
Josh, we know you're not perfect, but we also know you're lazy. Somebody said diabetes. Josh, we just know you're lazy. Let me. They were on this morning. They're on every day. They need $1,840 to go so they can move. Yeah, Mom of Jax, it's wild. It's wild.
If people think they perfect, then I think it's delusional, bro. Ain't nobody perfect. I'm sorry. The Beth and Devin win. They talked about me first, and I talked about them. That's not dragging anybody. And they do it, and they take the money and get rugs, whatever the hell y'all call. And that's the big difference between us and her. We never did that. If we needed help with a bill, we asked for a bill. We didn't ask for no rugs, bro. But people support them, so why y'all keep bringing them up? And they still do. They still on here every day. So I always wondered, like, if y'all had friends, if y'all got y'all got friends, right? So if you had a friend that.
No, as many times as they asked for money for a vehicle, they never bought a vehicle. It was the mom's vehicle. Yeah, they're back again asking. They needed $2,000 so they could move because supposedly they sold the house. The owner of where they're living sold the house, so now they need to move. There's always. They never bought a vehicle. They waste money on gaming equipment and microphones and. Because they're destined for greatness. Let's not forget. They're destined for. Yeah, I don't think they're moving. I really don't think that they're moving. let's continue with this boo-hoo video.
Struggle with y'all go on social media and talk about them? Because I feel like y'all would. I feel like y'all would go on there and talk about your friends struggling. And y'all probably would bash them and make videos about them. Y'all do that, right? Don't say y'all wouldn't, because I know y'all will. If y'all could do this to some random people y'all don't know, I can imagine what y'all do to people that y'all know. You can look at a stranger and you can judge them by the struggle they're going through, but you trust me, you will do it to your friends too. Or your family. You know? That's weird. And I feel like most people that bash people and put people down in times like this is miserable, bro. Deep down inside, they're miserable.
I guess because we call them out. I guess if you call them out, we're just miserable. I guess the Mexican homie is just miserable. Yeah, Country Grammy. I guess by calling them out, that must mean that I'm miserable. And you know what they say is the people that call them out have no life. They're miserable. So according to Josh, you know, I must be just miserable. So that's Josh and Ida with their $1,840 left to go. I heard Ida talking about she needs to make at least $40 a day. Yeah, they're projecting. Yeah, they're deflecting and projecting and blaming everybody else. That laugh doesn't sound miserable. I'm just, nothing surprises me with these people anymore. Nothing. But I don't know, destined for greatness, that was a lie. That was a lie. The lie detector test determined that was a lie. They're not destined for greatness. Somebody said that they're going to send them a tent. They're willing to send them a tent and just to send them a tent. I don't know how that's going to work out because... So I don't think they're moving. I don't think it's just another money grab. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. It's just another money grab. They could live on Skirt Road. On Skid Row. Okay. You're new here? Welcome in. I know the entitlement is crazy. It's craziness, and we'll see how it works out. I mean, they said they have until August, the beginning of August, to get the money. August is, hold on. They have 4 days. They have 4 days to get this $1,840. Yeah, 4 days. 4 days away. I was double checking my calendar. This is wild. We'll see. And then watch, August 1st will come and go, and then they'll be like, well, they gave us a week or something. Yeah, not at $40 a day. That sweet girl, yes, I have. Yeah, not at $40 a day, they're not going to get it. Yeah, Mr. Piggy, it's wild. And how long have they known that they had to be out? I barely started seeing them just a few days ago again. Yeah, J7, I don't think they're moving. They said yesterday $50 a day. I seen a video where she was talking about $40 a day. Only $40 a day, but they only have 4 days. All right, look, here's the video. Before we move on to the next person, look, watch.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Oh, it's been a while since I did a video like this, but I just want to say, yeah, we are in a situation, and a lot of people probably heard by now. We're down to $1,995, which is the down payment to move into a new place, y'all. We need a place bad. I already know we're going to get hate. We always get hate. People always going to say bad things about us. We're not perfect. Everybody struggles. But I know God's going to make a way, and I know it's still good people out there that got a good heart, that really do care about families and people that don't want to judge them first. Don't be quick to judge them or put them down all the time like some of the people be on this app. I know there's a lot of bitter people out there, and it is what it is. I'm humble myself. As usual, it's hard to do this, but I'm here, and I'm asking if anybody can help, The cash app will be on the screen right here. Anything towards the $1,995 for us.
Nobody send them money. Nobody, please. We're not advertising this for them. Not in any way, shape, or form. Don't send them one dime, $1. Yep. You know what? I just can't. I can't with this guy. Let me get him off the screen. Him and his payment apps. I don't know, Mr. Piggy. I don't know how they're able to. That's why I said they're not moving. Oh, they quit their imaginary jobs. Yeah, everybody keep your money in your pockets. Keep your money in your pockets. Don't be sending anybody money on social media. Thank you, Miss Melissa. Yeah, look. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. They need to sell all their equipment. I don't know. He's been quitting a job for many, many years. Just an imaginary one. Just an imaginary job. So don't send nobody any money on social media. Just don't do it. This imaginary job that he's always talking about is just bananas. So we'll move on from Josh and Ida. Well, they got 4 days to come up with more than $1,800, and we'll see. We'll see what the excuse is. Ms. Bonnie Jean, they don't work. They just sit around, so they can't even keep up with all their lies. They're not good at it. They're not good at it. But let me move on. You know, like I said, I'm not trying to take up too much time out of everybody's. Okay. Let's deal with this situation. Where is it at? They said the new landlord gave them until September 1st now. There's going to be an excuse. Okay, I'm going to address this. A lot of people have been asking for, or even, it could have been Thursday or Friday. I lost track. But the videos are out there. Now, let me say this, and so there were, we called out Faith. We called out Faith because of all the money. We're talking thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. We talked about her taking loans out overseas. I even was watching a live stream. Alexis, I haven't seen him around. But here's the thing. I even was watching a live stream with several people that were in there, and they were talking about this whole situation with Faith. And she's asking other people, like supporters, if she could have their personal information, like social security numbers and other personal information, so she could get more loans out. That is wild behavior. She's already in debt. How? I don't understand. I don't understand how she has the audacity to ask for other people's personal information so she could get loans out under their names. And so, there was a couple people that fell for it. I listened in. You've been covering her, little man. Thank you. Anybody that could bring awareness to the whole Faith situation, it needs to be done. I heard about it. I heard about that nice gentleman Gage, and that's wild. Kitty, I don't know how people are falling for this. Yeah, anonymous cutie, it's wild. I don't know why anybody would give Faith their information Okay, Miss Michelle G, she won't come get in a box. You know what's even more wild? I was at the DMV. We had to go register some vehicles, and I was waiting for my number to be called. And she was going off the deep end. What is Faith's story? Well, she said she's quadriplegic. She buys followers. When I tell you she buys followers, she's at. So when I took this picture about 2 weeks ago or so, she was at less than 2 weeks ago. She was only at 75,000 followers. Right now, because the amount of followers that she's buying, she's at almost 100,000. She's almost at 100,000 in less than 2 weeks because she continues to buy followers. She spends a lot of money on gifting other big creators on TikTok and other people on TikTok. She's in debt because the amount of money that she's gifting people. Yeah, Miss Tamara Rose, exactly. Because she wants to buy friends. She thinks that by gifting other creators on TikTok that she's trying to buy friendships. Yeah, so she's buying followers by the thousands. Oh, hey, here for this BS. This is wild. This is wild because, like I said, less than 2 weeks ago, she was at 75,000. Now she's at 97,300 followers. Yeah, you could buy them on Etsy. You could buy them. Oh, here comes the puzzle piece. Hold on. Let me do the puzzle piece, everybody. TikTok thought I was a bot or something. Okay, so she's almost at 100,000 followers now in less than 2 weeks. So she's just buying up followers through Etsy, you can buy followers in a lot of places. And that's what she's doing. She's not getting thousands and thousands of followers per day. She buys them. Yeah, TikTok villain, and please excuse my dog in the background. The dog just likes to bark up a storm. What is the reason to buy followers? I really don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know what the reason would be to, maybe I just don't get it. I heard about that Harley Ryder girl to go live. I mean, you don't need 100,000 followers to go live. The enablers flip-flopping makes it, makes it even messier. For attention, for one set for attention. Look, for me, I'm not going to sit here and buy followers nonstop. So when I was at the DMV and I was listening in to one of her live streams, the more followers you have, the more advantages you have. Get on TikTok, yeah. So here's the thing. When I was listening, and she was pretty upset. When I heard her tell people, she had people in the boxes. Once you reach 100K, you receive more money from TikTok. She's in debt to be monetized. I don't think you need 100,000 to be monetized. I'm not sure. Leilianne, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. We don't buy followers. So when I was watching her live stream, she went off the deep end. She told the people in the boxes that if somebody sends her $7,000, that she would get off of TikTok for a month. 10K to be monetized. Okay, all for one. She was telling the people in the boxes that somebody sent her $7,000 that she would get off of TikTok for a month. Because that's what it would month. I was all like, no way. I was like, you know what? No. If somebody sends her 7,000, I'm just gonna fall out the entire vehicle. That's crazy. That's and the people in the boxes. There was a few people in the boxes that completely went bananas on her. He never did. I didn't even stick around. Let me see. Eric the Ableist offered her $7K to stay off. I don't think that anybody's gonna send her that. $7,000. You have to have 10,000 followers and 100K likes in 30 days. It's not that easy. But look, the audacity. Send me 7,000. I'll get off TikTok for a month. Look, even if somebody was to actually send her $7,000, I don't think she would get off. Here. So, in case you missed it. Oh, man. Okay, in case you missed it. Diva Rebel 007. I was in Faith. I went over into Faith's live stream. Here, let me play this clip. You are beautiful. I didn't. Let me play in case you missed it. I went and I had some questions for Faith. Let's go. This is what I got in Faith's box. Yeah, Miss Marianne, it was wild. I should be coming up. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get to the part. She was dialing numbers. Hold on. Let me get to it. All right. Let's get to it.
Box.
All right. She's going to let me in a box. This is when I went over to Faith and got in her box.
Hello.
How's it going there, Faith?
It's going. How are you?
I cannot complain. So, I did hold a live stream earlier. Unfortunately, you have made it to a side of TikTok that I don't think you want to be on. We bring awareness about scammers, beggars, things of that nature, and I wanted to make it loud and clear to Faith that this is a side of TikTok that you don't want to be on. If your picture pops up on any of the awareness platforms, I don't think you want to be featured on an awareness platform, known as a beggar, a scammer, things of that nature. So I wanted to make it loud and clear to her, to let her know she made it to a side of TikTok that she does not want to be on. Based on what's going on here? All the information I've gathered so far, you've collected a lot of money. under you've told people that you're getting money and then you don't follow through with it, and you've been called out on it before by Bearded Wonder. I have the video to back it up.
I know.
You didn't deny. Give me 1 second. User 96777 blah 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 blah. Nobody said on God. And moderators, you know what to do with the account. As a matter of fact, I'll take care of it right now. Get out of here. Come over here disturbing us. Okay, I blocked that account. Sorry, I had to address that account. They said, "Who do you think you are, God?" No, we're gonna call her out for it. The amount of money so far. So I wanted to hear your side as to why you're telling people that you're collecting money to move, and you collect money through payment apps and whatnot, and you haven't moved. So, and
Can I address that?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
So I just want to say thank you for coming and letting me do this in a respectful way. And
Okay, Miss Kim.
I do want to say that I cannot move like everyone thinks I can. I can move.
See, that becomes a problem. That becomes a problem because she was telling her supporters and her followers that she needed all this money to move. So now she's saying that she can't move. So why did she collect all that money? I don't know how she doesn't see the problem with this. If she tells people that she needs all this money to move, but then all of a sudden she just contradicts herself in every which way. Yeah, her GoFundMe and everything else. But let's continue.
Legally, by law, yes, I can go out and have the ability to move, but physically, it is not safe for me. It is not okay for me to move, and my parents also want me to stay in my city. Yes, they say if I had the money, I could move out to wherever I want, but every time I try to mention that or try to say, hey, look, there's an apartment in San Antonio, Texas, or there's an apartment in Dallas, Texas, or there's this or this or this option. It's always, oh, well, that's not safe, and if we don't think something is safe, we're not going to allow you to do that.
So
I can't move.
Could I ask you this? Because I know a lot of people have asked you, and a lot of the information I've gathered, and see, I do my research. I look into a lot of things. What is your gifter level on TikTok, if you don't mind me asking?
32.
32. So you know about. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if her gifter level really is 32. I think she just threw a number out there. But I don't think she's. I think she's a higher gifting level, and it's kind of. I try to understand this as to if you're level 32, you're gifting, quite a bit. I think it's bigger than a level 32. The gifter level won't go up if turned off. I'm not sure how the whole gifter level thing works, but I know once you're a level 50, you're a level 50. The house is in a trust for her. Let's continue with it. I mean, I think she might be higher than a 32. I have a question. If I get gifts on here, is it begging? If people gift you, that's up to you. I'm not. Hey, here for this
Hey,
BS.
homie. I just wanted to, let's say that I had a gifter level of like 22, right? And then I turned it off. And then I came and I gave you a bunch of gifts, and I went and gave 10 other people a bunch of gifts. And then I turned my gifter level back on. it would still say 22 because while it's off, you're not gaining your in your gifter level. So if it is a 32, let's say right now, it actually could be a 42 if it's been turned off for a certain amount of time because she wouldn't have been able to let it rise any further if it's off. Does that make sense? If it's off, does that make sense? If it's off, does that make sense?
Refused. She just didn't want to show anybody what her gifter level was.
Right before that, when she'd been in the live with the bearded Wonder or whatever his name is, he asked her, and she basically jumped out of a box over her asking him to turn on her gifter level. She out of there. So obviously, it's a point of contention. And like I said, if it's turned off and you're gifting currently, then that means it's not increasing. Then that means it's not increasing this time, and she's still gifting people. She's not raising the gifter level up while it's off. So
yeah, it's wild behavior. Because everybody knows that she's gifting a lot of people on TikTok. A lot of people know it, and that's why she's in debt. They said. I heard her parents call her out over on one of the videos that I played. That she's in debt. And, she's in debt. And
did you see I don't know if you're on Reddit or not, but she has a whole Reddit page. Basically it's her name, Keep the Faith. Snark is what it is. But there's a recording of her having an interaction with her parents over the weekend, and it is horrific. Absolutely horrific. And I wanted to point out something weird that happened too. When she was waiting for you to get in a box, she went and specifically picked out Mexican music to play while she was sitting there going, "Where's Mexican homie? Where is he?" I thought that was obnoxious, at least obnoxious, if not worse. Then she let that person that evening. She got another person in a box, and she wanted to sit and talk about how racist her mother was. About how racist her mother was earlier today. But now you want to call your mother out, which this other girl was like, "Your mother never said that about my brother." Because this girl, then she also allows someone into a box that sits there and calls multiple people on her panel the R word. Now, this girl is sitting there talking about that she's an advocate for disabled people and that she's hosting a safe space for people. I don't know about any of you, but I don't think that you should be advocating for the disabled while allowing people to use the R word. And you sure as hell aren't a safe space for anyone with a disability when you're allowing ableism to just flow freely on your platform. It's
it was
gross.
wild.
It's gross.
It is, and I know you've been watching, and this is crazy, but it's important to have this discussion because, if more people don't find out about what's going on, see, Faith seems to think that it's okay, everything that she's doing. And it's not, not one bit, especially with amounts of money that have been collected. But we'll continue playing this recording for the one that missed it. And Eric, this is when Eric gets in a box and he gets upset with me. Well, you can stay in the box if you want here for this BS.
Sure, I'll just mute. Thank you.
Second of all, if people are donating her money, that isn't her begging for money. They're gifting her. And how do you? And I'm gonna go on a limb here and assume you're talking about that Dalton dude that gave her $2,500. Who the fuck can move for $2,500? Nobody. No one.
This little guy right here. Yeah, Voices for Victims. People have been reported the GoFundMe. This little guy right here. You talk about being rude and dropping the R word. There's a lot that has been going on with this guy. This is wild. This little guy, I'm telling you. Let's continue.
She refers to this guy as her father, too. She calls him dad, by the way.
Oh no! Wow. Let's continue.
The rent's $2,500. No one's moving with $2,500.
Mr. Eric. And I keep things respectful. I'm not here cussing at nobody. I'm not going to cuss at nobody because that's not how I conduct myself.
Mexican homie, what is the goal here?
What was that?
What's your goal here? What's your goal? Because I spent my whole day getting slandered and told lies about myself. Miss Pinky, or whatever her name is, Christy, she is spreading lies. She is saying that I pay my friends hourly and they get checks from me, and she is spewing all these lies that I abused people at my place of work at Disney. Guess what? I did not do that. I was in the hospital for 15 days.
So here's the thing, Miss Faith. I've received. You know how many times people have shared me your live streams, the amount of videos I already found, and things of that nature. You've been called out by Bearded Wonder.
Bearded doesn't mean anything to me. If he called me out and he thinks that I did something wrong, that's fine. That's fine. That's his right. That's his opinion. But I will stand by myself and stand on 10 toes and say that I have not scammed a single person. I've asked for help? Yes. Have I asked for help? Yes. Of course I have. But I have not sat here and said, gift me or else.
Approximately, in let's say the last 8 weeks, would you be able to provide receipts on how much you collected on the back end off of TikTok in cash?
In cash? Yeah.
How many payment apps do you utilize, if you don't mind me asking?
Just 2, Cash App and PayPal.
So, one of my things that I mentioned to everybody on the live stream was you never once denied when you were on that live stream the amount of money that you were asking for. Am I correct?
You are correct.
So you never denied that you had asked anywhere between 15 and 20,000 from people, right?
No, I have not. In the past 6 weeks, no.
Let's say when that live stream happened, how long ago was that live stream with the Bearded Wonder?
Last week.
Last week. So let's say in the last 8 weeks, because you never denied it when you were in a box. So you were asking people between, even if it was 15,000, for people to help you obtain 15,000. You never denied it. Am I correct?
I never denied it, but it wasn't in 6 weeks. She
contradicts herself a lot. To be honest with you, the reason I'm asking these, I had asked her the questions, was to catch her in a lie. Excuse me. Essentially, to catch her in a lie, and that way everybody could see. And that's why I was asking the question, because $15,000 is a lot of money. Hi, Touch of Class. So I ask questions based on information that I'm receiving and things that I'm watching. So I caught her in some lies, and that's the way. That's how you catch people lying. You catch them. They start stumbling over their words. They don't know how to answer correctly. But let's continue.
Time, maybe, with the people that I asked for help, but it definitely wasn't in 6 weeks. I can name 4 people off the top of my head that I asked for help, but never once did I say, you must help me or else. Now, if anyone cares, I figured it out myself. I handled my situation myself. I have it under control. I haven't asked anyone for money since this whole thing went down. And that was in May, or like the beginning of June. I haven't asked anyone for shit.
Right there. I caught her in another lie because I asked her when was that live stream with Bearded Wonder, and she said, last week. You know, she's stumbling over her own lies at this point. Okay, Bex. Yeah, a lot of people said Timmy's live. Let's continue. So, a lot of people were also mentioning an app called Meet Me, and they found out that you made 90,000 in 1 year. Is that true?
Nope.
How much did you make on Meet Me, if you don't mind me asking?
90,000 over 5.
So you're saying 90,000 over 5, but if somebody was to send me the receipts, which they're going to be getting sent to my email, if they send me a receipt showing that you made 90,000 in 1 year, how would you explain that to your followers and your people?
Why does it matter?
Right there. I'm telling you, you catch people lying because she goes, "What does it matter?" That's why I told her if somebody was to send me a receipt that you made 90,000 in 1 year, what would you say? She goes, "What does it matter?" I got her. I caught her in the lie so quick. That's why she she goes, "What does it matter?" Gotcha. Like Dave Chappelle.
What does it matter? She says that all the time. It's like, what difference does it make? What does it matter? These are her key phrases.
And that's how you catch people in lies here for this BS, because that's why I told her if somebody sends me a receipt to my email that shows that you made 90,000 in 1 year on Meet Me, what are you going to say then? And she goes, "What does it matter?" Oh, it just went south from there. And that's how you catch people lying, because as soon as she said, "What does it matter?" I said, "Yep, I know she's lying. I know it." It's wild behavior. Let's continue with this. It matters a lot, Miss Mentioning an app called Meet Me, and they found out that you made 90,000 in 1 year. Is that true?
Nope.
How much did you make on Meet Me, if you don't mind me asking?
90,000 over 5.
So you're saying 90,000 over 5, but if somebody was to send me the receipts, which they're going to be getting sent to my email, if they send me a receipt showing that you made 90,000 in 1 year, how would you explain that to your followers and your people?
Why does it matter? Why does it matter?
It matters a lot, Miss Ma'am. It really matters, because how do you go through that amount of money, whether it's 1 year or 2 years, let's say?
How do I go through it? Because every time I try to move.
And that didn't make no sense. That didn't make any sense to me. That when I broke it down, that how would you go through 90,000 in 1 year or 2 years? You know, because she lives with her parents, right? How do you manage to go through $90,000 even if it was like a 2 year over a 2 year time frame? I was all like, that's quite a bit of money, right? 90,000 is 90,000. That's a down payment on a home. I mean, you could do a lot with 90,000, right? And to her, she gets defensive. She gets defensive, and that's why I ask the questions. Let's continue.
I am denied. It doesn't matter after I've said I want to move. I have every intention of moving. You cannot tell me that I don't have an intention of moving. Still to this day, I have an intention of moving out. If you knew the amount of times I've tried to call assisted livings, nursing homes, all of that stuff, If you knew the amount of numbers, the amount of times I've tried for 8 years, because all of this boils down to is that I want my own space. Regardless of what you guys think, frankly, I don't care. But I'm doing this to tell you, if I was a scammer, first of all, I would have more money to my name than I could ever imagine.
I had to pause it right there. Man, she's a scammer. I don't care what anybody says. My opinion, she's a bona fide scammer. Like I said, I just had to pause it right there because, and it gets worse.
Not all this money is being spent on her claims of just, gifting people either. There was a concert that she went to over the weekend, and she had bought these tickets, I guess, because her mom liked this person or whatever. And her mom was like, "We do not need that. Like, you're in debt. What the hell's wrong with you?" And then she turns that around and goes, "See, my mom doesn't appreciate anything. She's hateful to me no matter what." And I'm sitting there going, your mom's right. She's a realist. She's living in the real world where people pay bills and have obligations to fulfill. And she is out there in another world. So then she had her dad drive her 2 hours to this concert, right? She gets there. She can't even stay through the whole concert because she didn't eat before she went, and apparently her blood sugar got low while she was there. So all of this was for naught. I mean, 2 hours away from home, 2 hours back, and she couldn't even stay because she was so irresponsible she didn't bother to eat. Come on. Come
I'm
on.
telling you, this only, and it's about to get worse. I'm like, it's about to get worse. This whole, because then she starts bringing more and more people up on the panel into the
Yeah,
boxes.
somebody just said she's building the panel of piranhas, and that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
I'll be
So,
quiet.
oh no, you're okay here for this BS. I'll go ahead and it's about to get worse.
Ever imagine if I was a scammer.
So can I ask you this, Miss Faith? How much in TikTok gifts have you donated? What's the most amount of money you've donated to one creator on TikTok?
A line or two? I've never sent a universe.
About how much have you given to the Island Boys, if you don't mind me asking?
$3. A money gun.
So if I was to go back, so you haven't?
You're talking about recently?
No, I'm talking about in total, a rough amount in total. What
What does that have anything? What does that matter?
Here they come. Miss Tiara, it matters a lot because when you collect money to say you're moving and then you're.
Oh my God!
A TikTok, but it's one thing if she had a GoFundMe, but if somebody sends her a lion or
Wait, hey, this is when you catch them in lies. The people that support her. This is when you start catching even the young lady that got in the box, and you catch them in lies because Faith had a GoFundMe. Let's continue.
uni or a money gun or a rose, she can. They're gifting that. She can use that for whatever she wants. If she wants to put it back in her pocket, or if she wants to donate it all back in the
gift
gap.
for a reason. It's called a gift for a reason.
I'm talking about money that's collected on the back end through payment apps.
Why is that your business? Why is that anybody's business?
And then more and more people started coming in the boxes.
And you know that GoFundMe, the only reason that it can't take donations is because people turned it in as fraud. Not because she was like, "Oh, I really don't need this money, I'm taking it down." GoFundMe shut off the ability to give anything to that. Not her. So that's the truth of that matter right there.
Oh my goodness. It's going to get worse, everybody. Well,
You want to look into someone for scamming? Look into me. Look into me for scamming. See what you find.
Hold on, wait.
A lot of people that get scammed out under false pretenses, it should matter.
It's not false pretenses, sir.
But you haven't moved out just now.
Dude, she can't live on her own. What don't we get here? She literally can't live on her own. And who the fuck is moving out?
Can I just ask a simple question?
I'm sorry, hold on, Sassy. Mexican, what that have to do with you? What they're sending her? Is it your money that they're spending?
Well, we bring awareness on TikTok. That's what we do.
Again, you're not answering the question. What that has to do with you? Was it your money that they're gifting her? Or is it your money that she's gifting other people?
I'm still going to call it out regardless. If it's
calling it out or not, but you're not answering the question. Why is that
I wouldn't donate no money out on social media whatsoever. Let me put it that way. And I'm going to call it out.
Whatever moderators need me, stop muting me. Why is that your issue?
I'll call it out. That's what we're
to come address her about what she's doing and what she's receiving.
I'm sorry, but I don't care how many people they brought up on the panel. I don't care how many people of her supporters and followers that think that what Faith is doing is okay. They could sit there and try to go after me and all that, right? I don't care, you know. I wasn't going to be bothered by it, but let's continue.
All of those people are problems too. Sassy's another one. She's a disabled female who is sitting up there using the R word as well. I've never seen such a group of people being fake advocates and speaking so poorly about the thing that they claim that they're in support of. I've never seen anything like it. It's deplorable, honestly. The language used over there and the ableism, the racism, the body shaming. You know, we're talking about people who are wheelchair bound, allowing people to be body shamed in their boxes. It is disgusting. Somebody just said that. It is absolutely disgusting. I'm sorry. I get so worked up about this because I sit back and watch this and I think to myself, you know, Faith could really have a great platform where she could really be getting, you know, a lot of information out there, helping a lot of people. But instead, she's taken this thing that she has that could be really great and morphed it into this rotten, underhanded, crappy thing. And it's just, it pisses me off something fierce. It's awful.
I'm telling you. Let's continue because this is going to get worse. Let's continue. I was invited over.
And wait, hold on. SSD and SSI, you guys really have to know your facts on which one is which. One of them, you cannot make over a certain amount a week. SSD is when it's approved by a judge and you can make whatever you want as a gift or as money, or if you have 14 jobs as a doctor. Yeah, that is what that income. You don't have to report that when it's SSD.
You do not.
You have to report it.
You have to report it when it's SSI.
No, you don't,
SSD.
because it's not considered a stable income.
You have to report it. You have to report the income. I don't know who they were trying to fool. The income has to be reported. I don't care if it's TikTok gives or not.
Didn't you know, homie, 1099s were just, they're an option. You know, take it or leave it. You don't have to. The stupidity on the taxes over here, too, is awful. Absolutely awful.
I'm telling you. Let's continue with this nonsense that they're over there.
It's not, what she gets is not considered another income.
On SSD approved by a judge, it's not.
Only on SSI.
You realize,
and I'm just gonna say,
hold on. Let me talk real quick. Hold on, you are not stating true facts. That is okay. Let me tell you guys something. I chewed Faith's ass out about all of this. I've sat in my live. I have text messages. I have screenshots. I have banks. What you don't know is I've actually sat on the phone with Faith yesterday with SSD just to make sure that I was correct. And they already have it reported because of how many calls you guys did. Me and Faith were on the phone yesterday with SSD, or the SSI office, and we already did all of this.
That was Tierra Batty. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let her go on about how she's sitting there on the phone with Faith. I just let her go. I let her go and go and go because there was no arguing with them. There was no arguing. Let's continue.
There's absolutely nothing they can do with it. SSD, and she's approved by a judge because she was born.
And you want to know how T knows that answer? She is in my exact same situation. So don't, seriously, please do not come for me. There's a lot of things you can come for me for, but don't play with the law. And all of this shit, oh, you can get arrested. You can get arrested. You can go to jail. If I was going to go to jail, the police would have already been there.
Wait, let me, listen.
Oh my goodness. Hey, I told you it was going to get worse. I'm telling you, it kept getting worse and worse. Look, investigations take time. Investigations always take time. If they're going to investigate, they're going to investigate. Here, let me see. So, some people are requesting boxes while we continue with this nonsense. Hello?
Hey, can I say some stuff real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, Cloud9.
So I've been following up on this. She has been reported to do this not only on TikTok, that she was doing it on Meet Me too. They kicked her off of Meet Me, and now she's doing it on TikTok.
Yeah, Cloud9. We received a lot of information, regarding that whole Meet Me app, and that's why I called her out on it. And that's when she said, "What does it matter? Everything matters because when I brought up the fact that getting a receipt where she made 90,000 in 1 year."
Hang on, hold on a second.
Oh, if you didn't request, I could drop you down.
Hey, homie, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, so I have to go back in and clock in about 5 minutes, man. I work for Social Security, okay? That doesn't mean that I can turn everybody in. I can't do that. Y'all have to do that on your own. But you are right, homie. At the end of the year, she has to tax all that stuff. If not, it's Social Security fraud. What she's doing right now is fraud. You called her out on it. This girl doesn't know what she's talking about. So, but I can't turn everybody. I'm going to make that clear. I can't turn people in just because I see them doing it. I can't turn people in. That's not my job. Y'all have to go to the fraud line to do it. And all for one, man, you're awesome. You opened my eyes about somebody, man, and I'll message you later about it. But Mr. Homie, thank you for letting me in the box. You have a great day.
You have a blessed day, sir. Don't work too hard. I'm telling you, I was trying to tell her. I was trying to just let Faith know that it has to be reported, and all these experts that were going in her box were saying otherwise. And I was all like, hey, wait a minute. I was going to let them sit there and lie to her. And that's what happened. So let's continue with this video. It's only going to get worse.
Hold on, you're completely wrong with that. I'm not. I was on the phone with them. But wait, let me just say something.
I have a question. Is this live from today?
This is a gift, sir.
Right, and she didn't put nothing in. Nobody
We're talking about money behind the scenes. She goes from, we're talking about money behind the scenes besides TikTok gives. And she goes from talking about money behind the scenes to TikTok gifts. And I'm all like, can they get it together? Can we get it together? We're confronting Faith about all the money she's collecting through payment apps. And they're just going, I'm telling you, it only gets worse. Let's continue.
that money, that gift.
So could I say this to Miss Tierra Batty? You were just saying that you don't have to report that income to SSDI, right? Before you switch to
SSD.
Oh, it says SSDI, ma'am.
Yep.
Okay.
Bro, are you an official here?
So
no, are you official here? Are you an official here? You have any legal status here? No.
Oh, miss. Oh, you better call it. That's the one that we called out for being a racist individual. I can't even say her TikTok account name. This is the one that I called out for being a racist individual. Who does she think she is? That's when I lost my bananas. That's when I lost my bananas. I was all like, "Ah, man, I'm about to go off the hinges." I'm like, I was about to go off the hinges with this racist individual. Let's continue.
Get off Faith right now.
Homie, what is your goal to put me behind bars?
Where's this dude come?
Wait,
It's none of your business what she's
I
done.
don't know
with
why
your money.
he's even up here asking you what you give people and what people is gifting you, as if it's money is coming out of his pocket.
Is she being racist, saying, "Do I have any legal authority?"
How is that being racist? She's asking.
How is that being racist?
Nowhere near racist.
What?
She's asking if you were like the law.
They got so mad that I laughed at them. They dropped me out of a box. They got so mad that I called them out for being racist. They dropped me out of a box. Oh, Gage, I'll bring you up, Gage. I want to have a conversation with you. Hey, Gage.
Hey,
Hey, how's it going there?
good.
I heard about.
Yeah, I heard about it. And she did this to me. Like, I spoke to her yesterday about this situation. And I am part of it, the scam. Yeah, $1,000. My whole team donated.
$1,000, you said, Gage?
Yep.
So,
For my whole team of gifts. And one more thing, but three more things I will say this to you guys on the live stream. She did one more thing. She sent people appropriate pictures of her body in front of thousands of people on Snapchat.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry to hear about what you've been going through, Mr. Gage. I heard about it and I was all like, I tried to tune into your live stream, but I missed it. I'm just, $1,000 is $1,000.
Yeah.
I told you, Gage. I told you people were working on it. So what happened, homie, is that his team turned around and went over and gifted her $1,000. And she also had a wish list up at that time. Gage bought her some things off the wish list, but she was begging for him to buy her an iPad.
Yep.
Then, like,
and
I guess in so-called return, she started sending inappropriate pictures. Yeah. Yeah, I got you, Gage. I told you I did. I got you.
Yes, thank you. Everybody follow Gage.
Yeah, you gotta follow.
Yeah, he lost his whole team, homie, because they thought he was in on the scam of it. His whole team walked away from him.
Yep.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Gage.
Yeah.
If people could please follow Mr. Gage. This is wild that, this is what I'm talking about when people take advantage of people. This is unacceptable, I'm at a loss for words because, Faith knows exactly what she's doing by taking advantage of many, many people. And Gage went over there, as he stated, with his team, and they gifted her $1,000. And I'm just, man, it breaks people's hearts to know that Faith continues to do this, and she's going to continue to do this.
Yeah.
And that he's part of her community. You know, he's part of her community. So if she can do it to him, then she can do it to everybody else.
She's doing it to everybody else.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and they did Concar, and I missed it, because I would have went in on my backup. They made fun of Gage. She finally unblocked him after she swore up and down, homie, that she didn't even know who Gage was. And the only part I seen, I got the whole live coming, so the only part that I seen was where she turned around and told Gage, but I liked you. I really, really liked you. And then she dropped him, and then they went on another hour bashing spree of Gage. And it's like, these people in your boxes
Yeah.
are racist. They're belligerent. They're grown, and they don't. Only one of them has a disability in there, and that's Sassy. And
It's like 3 people over there. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
And they were
it was bad.
they were bashing Gage.
Yeah, they bashed Gage for about an hour after they knocked him out of there, and I guess she reblocked him.
I told my team yesterday. I went to her boss yesterday, explaining where is the $1,000 of gifts, and she said, I yelled at her after that too. I yelled at her, where is the $1,000? And my team did, and one more thing, she's been begging me for an iPad, but I'll have the receipts on my phone, but I remember she did that.
I'll send you a message, Gage, so you can send them directly to Mr. Homie. Ask your dad.
I do not have the screenshots.
But your dad has them.
No. I do not have any screenshot or any proof.
So she asked you for an iPad, Mr. Gage?
Yes.
Did you get it for her?
No, I said no. I said completely no. And after that, in March, the second week of March, she sent me appropriate pictures to minors. 1,000 people minors to.
I'm sorry to hear what you're going through, Mr. Gage. This is
10 times worse. 10 times worse, yeah.
This is crazy, and hopefully a lot of people follow you, Mr. Gage. We have a very amazing community. We have a beautiful community over here, and
I just got you a follow back.
Yeah, this is
crazy.
It is. It leaves you speechless at the lengths that Faith will go to take advantage of people.
She took advantage of thousands of people on this app already.
Yeah, and I'm sorry to hear everything that you've been going through with Faith
and speaking up for the truth. I really did speak up for the truth.
And we want to thank you, Mr. Gage. We want to thank you for for speaking up for the truth, and you went and you tried to do something amazing by taking your team over to give Faith, and she turns around and they want to sit there and bash you and make fun of you, and that's unacceptable behavior.
Yeah.
And he's been. I mean, if you go back on Gage's videos, his story has never changed. He's been saying this since March. He story has not changed.
Nope.
It, but I told you, Gage, we got you. Okay,
Yeah.
so
The whole team knows. The whole team knows about this situation.
yeah, we got you. And Mexican homie's not the only one that picked her up. Remember I told you that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got you. We might not be able to get the money back or your old team back, but there's 741 people in here, so maybe we can just build a new team. Okay?
I already have a team right now about
Well,
this.
that's amazing. Well, then you get more.
Yeah. Thank you.
I love you,
Very sorry.
Dollface.
No, we want to thank you, Mr. Gage, and
I do not have the receipts on this phone. Sorry.
It's okay. It's
But
okay.
yeah, I should share it to her, and she wants to know about the receipts.
Yeah, it's okay. I take your word for it because I was there.
Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah, okay, team. And put on chart in the chat in the whole community.
They're doing it. Look at the
Yeah,
orange hearts.
yeah, thank you so
Yeah.
much.
you're welcome, Mr. Gage, and I hope you have a better day. And I'll make sure I follow your account, and
Yeah,
you know, hopefully, I don't know what's going to come of all of this, but our goal is to let people know what Faith is doing is completely wrong.
yeah, 1,000%.
You have a blessed day, Mr. Gage.
I'm going to shower, and you need anything to send me a message.
Okay, Mr. Gage. Sounds great.
Bye. Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
Gage.
Have a blessed day.
Everybody follow Gage right now.
Everybody follow Gage.
Thank you, Gage.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye bye. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, because I knew
Hi,
some
Miss
people, they
P. How
hear
are
the
you?
difference of it and they don't know exactly what he's saying, but I know. I've been hearing it since March, so.
Yeah, we want to thank you, Miss Pinky. Oh, Miss Homie, please calm down back there. Mrs. Homie's about to lose her SHIT because, see, Mrs. Homie does.
I don't know who the hell this bitch thinks she is, and these other ones that are sitting with her thinking it's fucking cute. But not today. No, 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 no. You run your mouth, you take money from people, and you treat people like shit? No, God don't like
Uh-oh.
ugly, bitch.
Oh, Miss Homie.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, she must be watching Face Live.
I think so. Mrs.
Uh-oh.
I'm telling you, Mrs. Homie is on a whole nother level besides the Mexican homie. Mrs. Homie, she tells it how it is, and we don't like what we're seeing. We don't like what we're seeing, and uh, we're going to call it out. We're going to call it out, and I knew Mrs. Homie was about to go off on the deep end.
Hey, I get it. I mean, well, Faith turned around and said that I said she pays her people. I never said that. I've never been in a live and said that. And two, I didn't even know she worked at Disney. I mean, I don't know how she could have worked at Disney when she moved to Texas when she was young. So I have no clue about that. Um, and look, she's already gained another 20,000 followers since that picture. She's buying picture. She's buying.
And that's one of the things
We
that,
all try telling her don't end up on the side of TikTok, and she's not listening to us. It's
No.
more Eric and everybody else.
yeah, let me see what's going on real quick.
if you actually look at her Reddit, yesterday or the day before, a man got up there and like berated a woman. She was on hold for over an hour. And they think that because they made Reddit, they're famous. It is hilarious.
Let's see what they're saying over there. I'm going to play her live stream. I want to see what's going on real quick.
Okay.
Over 5 years. It's not all at once. I have never in my life received $90,000 all at once. And I am damn sure about it. Ever. Ever.
It's hard to believe.
So,
It's hard to believe what she's saying because
y'all just
she lies to everybody.
Go ahead, but thank you.
You know, it's hard to take her word for anything.
The thing is, he thinks that just because he's disabled that like everyone should believe him.
Yeah.
Like
what?
I've had proof of things.
Come on. What a thing to say,
and
Faith.
Like, it's just a
wow.
It's a shitty mindset to have.
What a thing for her to
Yeah,
say.
and it's been like I understand like him not knowing. It was very obvious when I was asking questions, and I just hope that people in his team, despite not liking you, they should like let him know that.
He just has anger issues.
Yeah, because when he got really mad when he blocked me, like he like kind of like hit his phone and then he like blocked and muted me.
Yeah.
This is unacceptable.
I was told yesterday that he was at like a park kicking things or whatever. And I was like, okay.
You know, if he has loved ones, to make sure like he doesn't, get hurt.
I mean, I don't know. Because here's the thing. He was flirting with me. And I was flirting with him back.
Hold on. Somebody says, why is your platform about faith? Well, you must be new over here. You must be new. Because we bring awareness on a lot of different people. So this whole platform is not surrounded around faith, but we're calling faith out for scamming people out of money. And if you don't like it, you could go back to Faith's platform. We call out scammers, beggars, you name it. And if you don't like what we do over here, you could keep it moving. Simple as that. You don't have to be over here. You could go back. So you can leave voluntarily, or the moderators will show you the door. Simple, We're going to show you the way out. The moderators, thank you, Ms. Bev. The moderators didn't even let you stay. Goodbye. The moderator said you're not welcome here. Thank you, Ms. Bev. Thank you to the moderators. They showed that one person the door. You got your Uber ride over to the next live stream. Let's continue.
Violating your consent because you weren't asked, like, can someone tell a whole bunch of people in a live, hundreds of people, that you sent photos? Like, that's embarrassing, and you should have been asked consent for that as well. Despite if someone not liking you, that's not okay. Yeah. Like, violating your consent because you weren't asked, like, can someone tell a whole bunch of people? Echo.
Pastry. Hello.
Hey Faith, I went over there to Mexican side and asked him why he talking about you. And he was like, oh, you must be new. And I was like, y'all talking about somebody that y'all don't even know nothing about, and he got mad at and blocked me.
Yeah. I didn't block you.
He watching you live, by the way, baby.
I didn't block her. My moderators did. My moderators did. They showed her the door. Let's see what else they got to say.
That was quick. See, told you.
Oh, I wanted to tell Zeke, sorry how he treated you in that live. I've seen that.
Yeah, and I was like really nice to him. I was just asking questions like,
What's happening?
You know why he did it? Because he has no proof.
Okay. Yeah.
oh yeah, he doesn't.
Like, I would understand if he showed something and was like, yeah.
Right.
The picture? Who? Gage.
Who else?
Oh, God, again?
But now,
Yeah, I got blocked today.
Now he's getting sick
wow.
in his lives. He's saying how she's sending pictures to underage kids.
Oh, I know.
And
He
when
said
he
that
was
yesterday.
approached on it, he blocks people.
Yeah, and I got really angry.
Like you said.
I know, he's got some anger issues. It's not clicking in his...
That's wild. I know. Yep. Unacceptable. Mrs. Homie's right.
But who said
They're talking about Gage, and we're not gonna.
didn't know either Gage nor Faith were underage?
This is Mrs. Homie's upset because they're over there talking. It's going to turn into a bash session over there. They're going to start bashing Gage again.
They are. I know.
It's unacceptable.
They've been doing it.
I don't see why Faith allowing that type of behavior, allowing racism, you name it. She allows it on her platform. Why allow that type of nonsense over there?
With the name advocate in her name. Look at it. Right there it sits, advocate. What is she advocating for? Scamming and stealing and being a rotten person, being an ableist and a racist and a body shamer. That's the only thing she's advocated for that I've seen so far.
She called her mom a racist.
That was the same day that she allowed that boobies person to be racist in her box. And then they tried to play that off and say, oh, they were talking about like, what, is he the police or something? They weren't saying he was illegal. I mean, that made me lose my mind. I hate it when people refer to human beings as being legal or illegal. People might be undocumented, but they're never illegal. They're human beings. It's gross.
Well, they came for me right away. They came for me right away. They seen the account name is the Mexican Homie, and that lady right away, and because I laughed at them, for being racist, because I wasn't gonna sit there and shed no tears because it ain't the first time it's happened. They draw me out of the box, and I was all like, hey. So they got mad because I laughed at them, and I was all like, yeah, you could be racist all you want. This ain't the first time. And hey, they got so mad they just kicked me out of the box. I didn't even bother to request another box. I just stood out of the box. And I went live.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead, Cloud9.
There was no mention of any little kids from Gage. Gage said, and I quote, that she's been sending nudes to hundreds of people. No underage kids was brought up.
Yeah, they're over there just going on and on. I'm not even going to play her live stream anymore just because, what we're going to do is we're going to continue to call her out for her scamming.
He did not say minors, Mel.
He didn't say minors. He said that she sent inappropriate pictures.
I'm sorry
to
for
him.
saying the actual thing, but
yeah, and like I said, there's going to be a lot that's coming out. Now I will say this because there has been question. I don't think because mom didn't know nothing about it from what I was hearing in some of the videos. But here's my opinion. I think Dad knows what's going on. I think Dad's had knowledge of what's going on. A lot of people have a difference of opinion, but I believe Dad has knowledge of what Faith has been doing. But that's my opinion. By listening to things, by listening to videos and stuff of that nature, I believe Dad has had knowledge of what's going on, and not so much Mom. But I think Dad knows exactly what Faith has been doing, but wants to play it off as if he didn't know anything. But we've been doing this long enough to catch on to some of the things that I've been listening to and watching.
Now, I
Her
have
Cash App is still in her link tree. Y'all can go report her Cash App.
Yeah,
I
Miss
have a
Hope just put it.
recording of her dad telling her, like, you don't need to explain anything to these people. Don't tell them nothing. Like, you don't need to say anything. Which seems like if you're trying to set the record straight and clear your name, that would be the wise thing to do. But he's in the background telling her, don't say anything. So it kind of leads me to believe that he might know more than what he's putting on as well.
I believe so. You're welcome, Shadow the
But
Protector. I believe that Dad has known about what Faith is doing, and a lot of people are going to say no. We don't think Dad's behind it. I think Dad is knows exactly what's going on. Has known. Uh, Not so much Mom, but
I think
go
I
ahead.
don't think Mom is as innocent as it all seems like she is either.
And that's why I said I wanted to watch some videos. I wanted to listen to what's going on, and I came to the conclusion that Dad does know what's going on, and um, we're talking about thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. We're not talking about a couple $100 because Faith keeps bringing up the GoFundMe. The GoFundMe she raised what $498.
Report that shit too.
It's already shut down. Let me see. 498 is what she raised in GoFundMe. We're talking about the thousands of dollars that was raised through payment apps. Miss
Homie,
Pam, you would have to go out and come back in. Go ahead here for this BS.
have you seen there's a GoFundMe also back in 2017 for her to move to Arizona? Um,
Do you know how
I
much
don't
was
know how much,
collected on
I
that?
have no idea how much money it garnered, but it existed because there was a link to it on her Facebook page. It's also on the Reddit page. Somebody has a screenshot of it that they put up there.
Let me see. And we'll do this in real time.
It's a black and white photo with it's a GoFundMe link.
Let me see.
And a lot of people that I know, a lot of over there follow me, and they follow me here, but I let them follow me here for a reason. So if y'all see that we're friends, it's for a reason. Like Wiz.
And I'm trying to see if I could pull it up.
No, $90,000, not coins. And
No,
then when we
dollars.
said something about her, we said something about her CAs and stuff, and she keeps saying, "Let me pull up June's," and she's showing just one. We're not talking about within the last month, y'all.
Yeah, and that's why I played the video where I was asking Faith questions. Like I said, you start catching people in lies when you start asking them questions, right? And that's why I told her, look, if somebody sends me a receipt that you made 90,000 in 1 year over out, meet me. What are you going to tell your followers and the people that follow you and your supporters? And that's when she hit me with, what does it matter? I knew it. I already knew. Broken promises, you would have to go out and come back in. Um, that's how you catch people in lies. Because Cloud9, could you mute your microphone, please? Thank you. They're telling to make a claim. for Gage for defamation. Oh my goodness! Look, now they want to take the focus off of Faith. They want to take the focus off of what she's doing, and they want to try to spin it on somebody else now. They want to spin it on the young gentleman that was in a box, Gage. That's not going to happen. We're over here in this community. We're not going to allow them to try to spin the narrative and try to focus on the young gentleman Gage. No, the focus here is going to stay on Faith. Yeah, deflection. They want to deflect. They want to turn around and blame now somebody else. So we're not going to play into that. What we're going to do is we're going to continue to call Faith out, and that's just that. It's a lot of money. We're talking about a lot of money, and she says she only has 2 payment apps. I believe that there's more payment apps that she doesn't want to show. That's just that. Like I said, I'm not here to. Give me 1 second. Okay, go ahead.
Homie pissed off.
Yeah, Miss Omi is doesn't tolerate the nonsense.
No, I don't blame her.
And yeah, she calls it for what it is, and that's just how Mrs. Homie is. I'm disgusted at what's being allowed over on that platform. And Here for This BS makes a very valid point when Here for This BS said that Faith claims to advocate for people. She's not advocating for anybody. Oh, they're talking about me? Oh, just great. It's all right. Let me see. I mean, what are they going to say that?
Family too. Me too. My kids are mixed. They're Black, Puerto Rican, and Italian.
Z, did you accept Snap? I know.
They're mad because I called them out for being racist and allowing racism on their.
Now they're tokenizing their own family members. That's wild. Your proximity to someone of color doesn't make you not racist.
Half bully and half pickle. I did. Oh. But she's a small little.
They're upset because I called them out on the racism that is allowed over there on that platform. So they're upset about that now. Look, they could get as mad as they want. They could call me whatever they want. But they're racist. They like to drop the R word over there. I even heard at one point they dropped the N word with the hard ER behind it.
That was Eric.
Thank you, Cupcake.
There's also been a lot of homophobia as well. You name it. You name all the rotten things, they're all going on over there. Every single one of them.
On the Reddit, the other night, the same guy that they let come in, and I didn't even know who the Boo Bear lady is, but he talked about her really bad. And later on that night, they were asking him about being on the Reddit, and they're like, "We're famous," and he said, "I can't say this on TikTok," and he spelled out the TRANNY, and just walked by me. And Sassy said, "Well, go talk to her." And he's like, "No, why would I do it?" It is so bad, y'all. It's like horribly bad. And look, I'm 100% Mexican. I'm just lighter skin. My grandmother just got her citizenship, and she is 86 years old. I mean, I don't understand the racist. I don't get it. I don't get it, y'all. Like,
we see it all the time, Pinky. It's nothing new. There's nothing new to me.
No, it's nothing new to me. I mean, because they see me and I look like a white woman. But what does that matter? I mean, I don't understand what matters on your birth certificate.
And here's the thing, Pinky, and I say this all the time. The one thing we don't look at over here is we don't look at skin color, we don't look at ethnicities, we don't look at who you choose to be with. We don't look at none of that. What we look at, right is right, wrong is wrong. That's what we look at. There should never be a point where there's a lot of people that do that, where they look at skin color and all that, and they look at people's religion. I'm not over here doing that, and I'm not ever going to stoop to that level that they're on over there on Faith's platform. I'm never going to be like, oh, because of this person's skin color or because their ethnicity. No, I'm sorry. We all bleed the same color.
Yep. And the only thing that I can say is there, for them, it's the ignorance. It's ignorance. You're ignorant to sit up here and say the stuff that you say out your mouth, and you're showing your true age. You're showing that you're a kid.
Yeah, and at this point, it's only going to get worse with Faith and everybody in her panels. But we'll continue to bring awareness about her. And Here for the BS has been around a very long time. Probably been doing awareness longer than I have. Pinky's been bringing awareness. I've seen quite a bit of people bringing awareness on this whole faith thing that's going on. And like I said, one of the things I wanted to let people know was that I think Dad knows exactly what's going on. That's why Dad doesn't want Faith to show her payment apps, her bank account statements, whatever it is. And I think you know what made it worse for me also on top of, yeah, I think he's enabling. I think Faith's dad is enabling her to continue with this. Now, the thing that really got me, like I said, was when I was at the DMV and she told everybody in the boxes, if you give me $7,000, I will get off of TikTok for a month. I was all like, yeah, no, that's crazy. Why would you pay anybody $7,000 so they could get off of TikTok for a month, knowing that Faith is not going to get off of TikTok anyways? Yeah, Patriot Mama, I think Dad is okay with what Faith is doing and the money that's coming in. But for Faith to sit there on the live stream and tell people in the boxes to give her 7,000 and she'll get off, I was like, no, you know what? That's wild behavior.
Homie, don't you think that if the parents weren't all right with what was going on currently, and they've claimed that they've had to give her thousands and thousands of dollars to pay off loans and dig her out of the holes she gets in, that they wouldn't have went and done something to get financial control over this situation if they were truly trying to make her stop doing this? And it would be a pretty simple thing to do considering the circumstances. Like, why isn't that happening? If you really don't want her doing this, taking loans out and making these decisions that are unbeknownst to you, supposedly, why aren't you getting financial control over this? They already have a trust set up. So that leads me to believe that after they are passing, that she will not have financial control. There will be a third party financially controlling the house, any money that's left, all of that will be in control of a third party. So why haven't they gotten financial control over what's going on currently? Make that make sense.
It doesn't make any sense because, like I said, there's a lot of money involved. There is a lot of money involved in this. And um, I just try to wrap my head around how the parents it's like this is normal that they know that she's doing this. And, another concerning thing for me was when I was listening in and hearing that Faith is asking people for their personal information, like their social security numbers and stuff, so she could take loans out under other people's names. I was like, wait a minute, that that's crazy work for
I
her to be
have
asking.
that girl. Did you see that? It was the same live. I have that girl where she got up there and said, Faith, I gave you all my information. She gave her all her information, homie, even down to her social security number, to help her get a loan.
There was another one that said she was going to co-sign, but she filled out the paperwork and it was like one number off. She made a mistake and then it didn't go through. So thank God for that, though.
Right.
Oh,
Also, I think it was yesterday. I was busy. I didn't see it. I'll have to go through the replay app. But she dropped Mandy out of the box because Mandy just wanted to ask a question, and then they dogged Mandy for a good hour. I don't know.
this is
It's
wild.
getting worse. It's
It
getting
is.
worse. I
And
tried to forewarn her.
here's the thing,
So,
Pinky. Here's the thing about it, Miss Pinky, that how many people have not come out yet that they've given her personal information, like
right.
social security numbers and everything? How many people that have not come forward that nobody knows about, and that she's taken loans out under their names? That's the other concerning thing, because I guarantee you there's more people that she has got all of their personal information, because this is nothing new to Faith, and she has taken loans out under their name.
Yeah. I mean, uh, she does have a Reddit, y'all. It is her name, and then underscore snark. They do have a lot of stuff in there that is more recent. I'm trying to get everything into one Dropbox so I can just send you the link, because that is, once I drop it to you, that is all your mess. I don't want it back.
Are you trying to drop it on me?
Yeah, all on you. It is all your mess
No.
after that. And when I say it's a lot, it's from over the last year. So,
Wow, I would say thank you, but it seems like you're going to drop a lot on me, and
well,
just
I just sent you my live from when I had her in the box, where she met somebody on an app. I think it was Meet Me. Um, let them move in, or thought she was letting them move in. Rented out her mom's room, and a man showed up, and her mom had to give him the money back. And
whose room did she rent out?
she was renting out one of her parents' rooms in the house.
Great.
And when I said something to her on my live, she said that it wasn't a man, it was a woman. I don't care who it was. Some stranger showed up at your parents' door. Her new thing was is that she was going into a hospital. She wants to go into a hospital to be transferred to a different hospital. Um, and that's not possible. We're in Texas where she's at. That's not possible. Um, they can't do that. So I don't like.
She also
I'm
thinks the
so
hospital
lost.
will find her a place to live. Like that,
Right.
like that's a weird thing too. That she get admitted into the hospital and then that they will find her a place that would be feasible for her to live outside of her home. And I don't know that that exists.
No, and y'all, her parents can cut the internet all day long. She has two phones that she legally pays for. They cannot take her phone from her. So they can cut the internet and the router and everything. And just like everybody else, if you pay for the unlimited, you can go anywhere and use the phone. I mean, there's no way. She
And
has been in a nursing home, and she wanted out the nursing home because they took her phone at 9 o'clock. She has went to Florida with God knows who, and her parents paid 10 grand to get her back here because I don't know what happened there. I never knew she worked at Disney. I don't speak on her like that. I speak on what I know and only what I know. I know she had a job at Amazon and they did away with her job, and she was going to try to file on them, and they just did away with her job. It wasn't any type of prejudice or anything. Um, so this, she'll tell you, if you listen to her, she'll tell you TikTok is her job. This is her job.
TikTok is not a job. I'm gonna say that loud and clear. People are gonna disagree with me. I know people are gonna disagree. That's fine. TikTok is not a job. I mean, people do make money on TikTok. There's some people that make a lot of money, but that's just my opinion. Like, if I sat here and I started telling people that TikTok is my job, Mrs. Homie you probably find me laid out on the floor because I don't make money off of doing this. I, I have a real job. Not this is not. I don't make money off of any of this, and everybody knows that. That's why our gifts are off, and I always keep my gifts off. So that's just my opinion. TikTok is not a job, and what are people going to do when TikTok goes away? What are they going to say? Are they going to go file unemployment and be like, "Yeah, TikTok was my job"? I don't think that's going to work. That's just I personally think that I I don't even know how. What would you tell people? Yeah, I sat on TikTok all day. My job was sit on TikTok all day and collect gifts and stuff like that. Um, I want to see that conversation.
Ask Adrielle. She still hasn't managed to collect it, so I'm just saying.
You make a very valid point. Uh, Ask Adrielle Sigler. She can't even collect unemployment from TikTok, and she made a lot of money on TikTok. So I want to be a witness to those conversations when somebody goes into the unemployment office and says, "Hey, TikTok was my job," and they're curious. So we'll see what happens, everybody. I'm going to gather a lot more information on Faith because I know that there's we're gathering up some things that people don't know about Faith and what she's been doing. So give me a few days or however long it takes me to get everything verified. And I also, like I said, I think dad is in on it.
Yeah, me and Hot Mess Mama was talking about this the other day before yesterday, and they went up there and said that she was a whole hate page, and she's not. She was just talking about what was happening on the street she hadn't been on in forever, and she don't know. She went in there before to defend Faith, so she had no clue what was going on.
Yeah,
And
go ahead.
I don't get it. I don't get it. So you'll see them come in, and she only has 4 mods.
Is it
But
Wiz?
Wiz is one of them. Yoshi's another.
Is Yoshi still over there with her after all that stuff that happened?
Yes, they leave and they go back. That's why I say the flip flopping. It makes it even messier. Like you'll get somebody that sits in a live and says, I witnessed the other day. They sat there right with Pinky and said, "Hey, yeah, we see what you're saying now. Yeah, we get it." And then here we are, half a day later, and they're back in the boxes,
And they're back.
Supporting it all. It's the craziest thing.
Yeah, I don't know. See, here's the thing. They're gonna continue to enable her. And hi, Miss Mama, did you request a box? Oh, okay, yeah. I was just about to ask. If they continue to enable her, she's gonna continue to do what she's doing, no matter what. And go ahead, Hot Miss Mama.
Hi, sorry. I just wanted to touch base really quick. She has more mods than just that. That other it wasn't just the ones that we were already knowing were her mods. There were other people in there. And I just want to also say that the people who came in my box to tell their experiences, their story, their situations with her, one of those people who claimed that they were Switzerland neutral, didn't say a bad negative word about her or the situation, was just listening to everybody and what, gathering information basically, about the faith. And she came back into my life that night and said that they basically harassed her, dismantled her, belittled her for being in a box of mine just because she was in a box. They didn't know if she said anything at all. They called her a roach. They basically kicked her out of the live and said that because she was in my box, even though she didn't say anything negative towards Faith, that was more than enough to basically belittle and treat somebody like complete and utter dirt. And that's the problem, is when you go into her live or you go into her boxes, if you disagree or if you have
She's
questions.
right there, hot mess. It's Gabby.
Yes, that was you. Yes.
They called her a
And
roach.
that's what she told me. Yes.
What in the
That they
world?
were calling her a roach and that they were basically ripping into her because she was physically in one of my boxes. And I will tell you, the replay is out there. She did not say one negative thing. But that's the problem. When you disagree or you question anything, you can't even ask Faith and a question because you've got all of them. Well, whoa. You can't ask that. You don't have to answer that, Faith. You don't have to do that. Or, how it's ridiculous. But these questions do need to be asked because people's money is involved and people who go in and defend her, the behaviors are only going to continue as long as it's enabled.
You're right, hot mess mama. Miss Gabby, did they call you a roach?
Yeah, that was me.
What? So
I'm
what?
sorry, Gabby.
This is wild. So now they're calling people roaches.
Look, I went into the live and I asked, like, what's going on here? I wasn't trying to get any information to go and tell Faith. I was Switzerland, and that's exactly what I said. I was right in the middle. I'm not defending any side, right? I want to be friends with everybody. But then I guess Faith took a screenshot of me in the live and said I was talking. A lot of people said I was talking shit. And then, yeah, I wasn't even saying nothing.
That's wild. No.
Gabby, can I ask you a question though? Because it seems
Yeah.
like everything was better because you were in her boxes yesterday. So I'm just curious. Did they apologize to you?
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Last night there was a whole nother situation. I took out my contacts because I have optic atrophy, to be honest with you. That means it's the death of the retina. That means one day I'll get blind. And some girl, Tiara or Tara or whatever, said, this is Face Live, not yours. So I just stopped talking because somebody asked me a question about my eye, so I answered
Well,
it, and it just
I'm gonna
pissed
be
her off.
honest. I heard it and saw the whole thing, and how you were spoken to just because you were answering a question was
Yeah.
ridiculous. But the fact is that after you came in and you were so upset in my live that you were spoken to that way, I was very surprised that you took a box. And I was hoping that the only reason why you were back in there, associating with them was because they gave you a well-deserved apology. So they didn't give you an apology, and they
No.
continued disrespect.
Yeah, no. And then that's when I just listened because I'm just trying to hear both sides of it. I'm not trying to take sides. I mean, right now they're talking shit in the other
I
live,
mean,
to
I
be honest
watched
with
that
you. So,
happen too. It's what I saw was that you got up there and groveled for forgiveness that you didn't need to.
yeah.
Um, I'm going to tell you right now, in these situations, you got to stand your ground. If you know
Right.
that something's wrong and you're going to walk away from it, then walk away from it. So what if they call you roach? So what if they do whatever? You know that you're going to be on the right side of it all. So let them talk what they're going to talk. I just say that because it starts to get really, I don't know, touchy and infuriating with everyone that's watching, and then they're letting you in the boxes, and then the day later you're back over there. It makes you look bad. So if you're going to stand
Yeah.
your ground and you're going to say like, "Hey, I don't agree with the shit you're doing," then do that. Stand your ground
Yeah.
and don't agree with it. Don't get in the boxes. Don't ask them for forgiveness. Tell
No,
them
I
to
get you.
fuck off.
I understand. I
You know?
understand. I apologize. I'm
Yeah, you
not
don't
great
need to
at
apologize to
I'm
me.
not
I just
great
am
at
saying,
confronting. Like, I just want to make sure y'all know I'm not taking sides. I'm just listening. Like right now they're over in that live talking a whole bunch of crap. And it's
good, and
just
let them
like, oh
talk
my
it.
God, dude.
Let
It's
them
like, oh
talk
my
it.
God, like y'all are the most interesting lives I can be in. The other ones are just boring. They're just sitting there, and I like listening to y'all, honestly, and I just want to be friends with all y'all, like shoot,
And
I've
that's
known Faith
fine.
for years, dude.
We love having
And
new people join us. We do.
yeah.
I love having lives, and I love letting new people in the boxes and talking to them and finding out what they know about situations. But I'll tell you now, if I see you in a back and forth, if you're back in a box over there, the chances of you getting boxes with like the awareness people are going to be slim to none because you
Right.
don't
And
really
I
want to
love
taint their
Faith,
platform
dude.
with
I
that.
love Faith and I want to help her, you
You
know?
can't though. You can't, because if she can't see that what she's doing is wrong, what are you going to do to get her to see that? If all of this isn't showing her what's wrong, what are you going to do? If that Reddit page isn't showing her what's wrong, what are you going to do to show? I mean, just look out for yourself. That's all I'm going to say.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
here's the thing. What I tell people is somebody that is not willing to help themselves, you're not going to be able to help them, because if they don't want to take the necessary steps to help themselves out, um, more than likely nobody's going to help them, um, change their mind or change their ways of doing things. That's just
No,
the reality
I get
behind it.
I get it. I've been friends with Faith forever, and it's okay, it's whatever. I'm just trying to help, whatever, but I can't help nothing, so that's
No,
all.
I get it, Miss Gabby, and I get that you say you're trying to help her or you want to help her out, but it's unfortunate. Eventually there'll come a day where you're gonna say, well, you know what, I tried, enough is enough, and then you'll end up walking away from the whole situation.
And Gabby,
Yeah.
honey, true friendships don't treat you like that, like at all.
Yeah, I know. I know.
And you say, well, it's whatever. It's not whatever, because them are your feelings and your feelings are valid. And you were hurt.
Yeah.
And I mean, I seen it, and it's like if I could have came through the damn phone, you've been friends with her as long as Tiffany, and they body shame the hell out of Tiffany. And Faith lets this stuff happen. It's just like Mello. Um, Mr. Homie,
Don't
when you get my
don't
live,
call me a box hopper because that's not what I'm trying to do,
Gabby
dude.
is not a box hopper. Um,
Like this is
but
now I'm getting
okay, well,
well, what are
uh,
they saying about me? Like this is ridiculous, man. Like
Well,
so
Gabby,
I
and
would just block her, babe. I would block her. At the end of my live that I sent you, Mello is in there in tears with us, and I mean, what, hyperventilating. And my live was over 2 weeks ago, and she's over there now dropping people out of boxes and this and that and the third. You know, your friendship, Gabby, does
yeah.
not mean anything to her at all. You're not worth it to her. If you're not, would they say earlier, if you're not in a box taking up for Faith for somebody that's bashing Faith, as they want to say, then you're the problem. That is not the case. You wanted to see what was really going on. That's all you did. You
It's all I
asked,
wanted. I
yeah,
didn't say
that
anything
you
out of
asked
line
four
about anybody in
questions.
that live.
Nope, you didn't say not one bad thing.
like I said,
Hey, Emily.
it's gonna get more wild. It's gonna get more interesting, and we'll see what comes of it. But I'll do a follow up on the whole faith situation, and we'll, like I said, I got some things that I'm looking into, and I don't want to put anything out there until I verify everything that I'm doing my research on. So we will do a follow up on this whole faith situation. Faith is not going to like it, but let me finish up with my research, because I want to make sure that I'm going to put out whatever I put out is I'm going to have receipts on. So.
Well,
Uh,
because I told her I told her yesterday. I said, look, she told me it worried her that I was in the box in this live, and people were telling me I don't need to be in the box. I can be in the stream or whatever. And I was like, I didn't mean to worry you. Because it worried Faith, and I was like, I'm not trying to worry you, dude. I care about you, man. Like, but I don't want people to tell me I can't be in somebody's box or stream either. I mean, it's a free country. I'm on TikTok, so I mean, shit, I
And,
don't
and
know,
I
man. I'm
don't.
just getting frustrated now and upset about it. So
I get it, Miss
at this point,
Gabby. I hope you have a blessed day. Enjoy the rest of your day, and let's see what comes of this.
yep.
You have a good day.
Bye.
Bye bye. Yeah, this is going to get more wild and more crazier, more interesting. Everybody, I don't have a set date for the next awareness. I just sporadically just.
Before we go, I need prayers for one of our moms that's sick.
Go ahead, Mrs. Homie.
You heard what I said?
Yeah, I said go ahead. Which one of our moderators is sick right now? Jerry. Yeah, we want to give thoughts and prayers out to Mr. Jerry. He's one of our moderators. Um, he's dealing with some health issues. So thoughts and prayers go out to Mr. Jerry, and hopefully he gets better and hopefully he gets well. And I don't know when our next live stream is going to be. I don't plan them anymore. It's just whenever I pop up. So everybody, please stay tuned in for what's to come regarding faith, and I have some other people that we're going to be bringing awareness about as well, because there's a lot going on. And you hey, you're going to be as surprised as I am when I finish gathering all my information. And yeah, so here for the BS, I want to thank you for getting in the box. Miss Pinky, thank you for getting in the box. It is greatly appreciated. um
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, homie, for having me. I'm going to jump out. I hope you have a great
Yeah.
afternoon.
Likewise.
Yeah, and enjoy your wife today.
Thank you, Miss Pinky. Use enjoy your day.
Yes, you too.
Thank you. With that being said, everybody, I always do an outro song. It's not going to be when the truth comes out. I'm just going to do something, I don't know, just something random out of my playlist. Whatever it is, I'll just throw it up. Let me see. I'll just throw something random. But I want to thank everybody for supporting us and bringing awareness. And it is big thank you to everybody, moderators, everybody. With that being said, have a blessed day. Have a good day, everybody.